Wait, what? So this happened. I'm Rachel Velis, and this is the podcast Hell is Not the End, although it feels like just the beginning sometimes. Is anything really the end, though? This podcast is meant to explore the limitless possibilities of one's own soul. Why do people do bad things? Why are there countless happenings beyond understanding? Why, when we are cautioned not to do something, do we just do it anyway? The definition of curiosity, a strong desire to know or learn something. There you have it. I will curiously explore why. Hell is not the end. Hi, everybody. I would like to welcome my very special guests. Let's just call them my family. We're going to totally do an episode on paranormal experiences, like your paranormal state of mind, and just like ghosts and feelings in general. Introducing my sister.
Hi, I'm Monique. Thanks for having me back.
Oh my god, you're like my repeat guest. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, I feel so special.
You should.
You're the first ever.
Yay!
The first real one, right? That's not a paranormal ghost or anything. Like the first real.
Yeah, I'm the first real person.
Not a 6'4" tall kid named Bryce. Anyway.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank
thought
you.
he said he
I'm
was
glad I'm
6'2". Anyways,
that's funny.
he said 6'2".
Oh.
Anyways, moving on with that. Let's not always talk about Brown, okay? Anyways, so Monique, I would like you to talk about your most recent paranormal experience.
So, it might not be like a really scary one. I'm just kind of used to it now. But I was like
That
sleeping in my
sounds
bed.
so sad you saying that.
Well,
It's-
it just
I'm
seems-
so used to it now.
It just happens enough that it's like, oh, okay.
So reoccurring.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's either my mom or my dad. Our mom or our dad. But, so it's usually in the mornings. I'll be laying down in my bed, like, not wanting to get up. And, so recently, it was probably a month or so ago, I was just laying down, and I always sleep on my left side, on the very edge of the bed. And I just felt like this hand go over my hair to where it was kind of like in my face a little bit. And I
Did
was
it
all
totally
like,
mess it up like you just said?
Yeah.
now? Okay.
Yeah. And so I went like this. And I looked around just to make sure. Yeah, no one was there. So
Did you stand up to look, or you just kind of like?
I just sort of leaned up.
Okay.
I didn't like get out of bed or anything. Because that's happened quite a few times to where it's when I'm laying down.
So it
But
wasn't like that
I'm
one.
always
So
awake.
like maybe if it had happened the first time, you would have stood up, right, and been like, "What?"
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
But this is... I mean, I'm not going to say a ton. I'd say over the last 7 years since we've been in our house, 4 or 5 times, you know. Not massive.
Sure. But so does. But didn't Cori said she had a story similar to that, like recently, or?
Oh, yeah, she did with, on our dad's death day.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't she tell this?
That's why I was like, should I move?
Should you scooch? Yeah, so we're talking about recent paranormal activities and how it relates to how this state of mind happens with us.
Did I just start talking?
Yeah.
Okay, so
This is my Cori, and she's gonna tell us her story.
my grandpa,
that rhymes.
my mom and aunt's dad. I've always just had like a connection to him, I guess. I don't know, like I just thought it was cool. Like family ancestry has been really cool to me since I was like little. And so on his death day, a couple of days ago, weeks ago, I don't know. I have this balloon in my room that like it's just all deflated. My one of my best friends got it for me for my birthday, and it's just been like hanging there. And like,
Oh, your birthday was a while ago.
yeah, no, it was a really long time ago, like June 14th. So it's really deflated, and it just
Okay,
hangs
so a
there.
balloon that's been there for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like every time like I looked at it or like it wouldn't look at it, like I'd just look at it and it'd just be like spinning. And like it was cold outside, so my windows were closed, my door was closed. It was at night, and I like it just would be moving. And
Oh, so you're saying like no reasonable airflow is coming
yeah,
in. Okay.
no, and it happens like often, but it was just like weird because it was moving so much more than like it just always was. And then I also I was just taking a picture to send to my friend on Snapchat, and
Yeah, for the layman, what is it?
For the normal ones out
For
there.
the normal people that don't know what,
Don't
just
spend
simply
their lives.
snap is.
yeah. So I was just taking a picture, and there was like a circle, and I was like, oh, it's just a dust thing, and then I went back, like I saved it, and then I went back to it, and it just like there was no way it could have been like a dust particle or like something like that. It like had to have been an orb or something on my dad's like death day, or yeah, not my dad's, my grandpa's death day, which was, I was like, ew.
So when you noticed it, though, did you get any sort of feeling?
No, I don't think so. I mean, that whole day was just kind of weird to me.
Wait, didn't something weird happen, like with Rocky?
Oh my god. So
Rocky's a kitten.
yeah,
Well,
Rocky.
a large kitten.
Rocky is our cat.
She's 8.
And
She's adorable.
she's our cat. She's really sweet. We love her the most.
Besides Sonny.
Well, she's kind of mean, but whatever. So one day we got back from Denver, and it was like really late at night, and we were all just like standing in our hallway, and Rocky was being so weird. Like, she was staring at my doorway, like my doorway into my room.
Oh, that was probably the moms.
Keep on going.
And like she was just staring at my doorway, and I was freaked out. I was like, because it was like back when I didn't get as bothered by ghosts, because I was just terrified of ghosts at one point, and so I was freaking out. I was like, what is she doing? Why is she doing this? And then she started it was like she was looking at something, and then all of a sudden, out of absolute nowhere, she starts sprinting down the hallway, like looking straight up, like she was following something. She stopped in our living room, and she like looked around, like she was following something. It was like the scariest thing. And it looked like she was following something, and then she went right back to my like doorway, and she just kept staring at it. And I don't know how long it went on, but it was that was just like I don't think it was the first like normal or ghost experience, but like
Wait, does that but so that instance with Rocky where she's like going back and forth and
Yeah.
you're convinced she was following something?
Yeah.
Does that correlate at all to either of your experiences? Monique, jump out.
I honestly, like, I don't really know, but I think that was kind of different in the fact that that was just like the start of it. Like,
You mean that happened first?
Yeah, this was a couple years ago with Rock, and so she would just like stare, like she would stare at the top of Cori's door, like just stare.
And there was like a couple
And
weeks.
we're like, wait, what?
though. There was a couple weeks where like I couldn't let her sleep in my room, because at night she would just like sit on the corner of my bed and stare at the door. Like, stare at the corner of my door. And it was the scariest thing. I was young, so I was like, why?
Stop
Like, why is
saying
she doing this?
you're still young, okay?
Well, no, I was like young. I was
14, get over
younger.
yourself.
I was gonna say when you say that, it's hard to.
Guys, I'm a freshman in high school. I'm basically grown up.
Yeah, you're funny, kid.
Even Moxie's staring at you. Weird.
Yeah.
But like, it was
Well, Moxie's
just,
like 100 years now. So.
No, she.
But okay, Monique's experience, Cori's experience. Now, Monique, jump back on and tell us why this relates. I mean, so like, Cori's having these experiences at a young age. What did you experience at a young age? Because I mean, wasn't your first one, right?
No, I mean, definitely had some things when I was a kid, but you know, if thinking back, like looking back, you know, I have the what's a good word, like the good thing about being old now.
Hindsight is always 20/20.
Something like that.
Hindsight is always 20/20.
So, looking back, I probably went through some things that I didn't really believe.
Oh.
Now that I'm older and I'm like,
If
there's
you
just these
knew
little
then,
things.
which you knew now.
Yeah, sure.
I get what you're saying, because like when you were a kid and having these experiences, you're like, whatever.
Just scared.
That's probably
Just
not
scared.
It's probably not even real. And now that you're older, you're like, wait.
There was probably something, but also...
You can look back and you're like, wait, I had these experiences.
Like, our house was so old.
I
like,
know.
I wonder, it could have been haunted. Like, I don't... So old.
I told you it was.
But, like, I know.
In all fairness,
that's what
people,
I'm
I
saying
say
is-
it was.
Excuse me. Well, yeah, and so, like I said, at the time when we were growing up, maybe things happened that I didn't really believe were that kind of thing. Now that I'm older and it's still happening, but not like in a scary way.
Well, rewind. Let us know what the first thing that you had that like maybe you didn't see then, but now you see. Like, what's the first thing that you noticed?
The stairs.
The stairs.
So,
Okay.
remember how, like, my bed was there at the bottom of the stairs? Like,
We all been there.
those stairs creaked.
Yeah.
You know, and I wasn't, you know, neither of us
Oh
have
yeah.
ever
Like
been
if you
very
thought
good
about
sleepers.
going on the stairs, they creaked.
Yeah, and so I never knew if there was, like, someone coming or hello, like, you know, and it was open. Like, I don't even think I had a sheet back then.
You never yelled out, "Who's there?" Did you? Oh, I know, right? There was no door, people. It was a sheet.
No,
and
but
not
I
al-
don't even think I had a
And
sheet
not
back-
always. No, like it was like random.
Like, I remember when I was younger,
Yeah.
when I had strawberry shortcake
Yeah.
theme
Uh-huh.
in that corner.
I had Holly Hobby.
We had no sheets, so there's nothing blocking, and I would just always hear the stairs creaking.
Yeah.
Always.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, that's alright. I'll just put the pillow over my head. And... Then I always wondered, too, if there was, like, breathing. I don't know.
Come on.
Okay, so let's say your first experience wasn't clear.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's hard to recall, like, details if you didn't really think that anything was happening back then. It's hard to recall now to be like, hey, that first experience, oh my god, it was like breathing, and there was like this. Like, you're not going to remember everything. But you remember that it was terrifying.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
But, you know, if I can reference our other episode real quick, is that I was just always scared of everything. Like, there was so much going on in our kid lives
What's that?
that
What's that?
contributed
What's
to,
that? Yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
how my thoughts were playing out, like,
Oh, yeah.
back then. So, I might have seen some things that I just couldn't pinpoint at the time.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, because, like, honestly, when you say that you have an experience now, I don't feel like you're terrified anymore.
No, and maybe back then it wasn't anyone who was trying to hurt me either. I don't feel like
That's not
Whenever-
even one thing we talked about, is if you thought that was threatening ever. So that's a really
Oh.
good point.
right.
The last instance you had, you like if you said it was like mom or dad or something like that, moms or pops as we called them, obviously you didn't feel anything threatening.
No.
When we lived in our house growing up, did you feel threatened?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so it's a total different ball game.
It could be, but like I said, in my little kid brain, like I don't. If you hear something coming at you and you don't see anything, I guess you can be scared even if it was like not intended that way.
But I totally think that you blocked out some things.
Well, probably. No one's saying that I didn't.
I certainly didn't say that. I was just saying that you probably didn't. I didn't say. Anyways.
Well,
Yeah, so, but Cori had another one, right?
Yeah.
okay. Let me scooch out of here.
And you didn't mention this either, Cori, but like in the last experience you spoke about, you didn't say if you felt like if it was threatening or not.
I think, or like the one with Rocky or the one with
Okay, so I'm guessing that the
Yeah,
thing with
yeah.
Rocky freaked you out.
100%.
Did it freak all of you guys out? Would it say you freaked your family out?
I
just
think
laughed at her.
I think it freaked Mom out.
Older sister laughed. Got it.
freaked me out for sure.
Okay, Mom.
Because-
Okay, Monique was, yeah. Rylee said
Well-
she's just a laugher at things.
Well, because Rocky wasn't. That's not how she acts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was acting very different.
And like, I mean, I would say that kind of was like a threatening thing, just because like Rocky could. I don't even know. Like maybe it was just because I was younger, and like it's so like fuzzy. But I definitely didn't think that was a good thing.
Okay, well, what's the other experience that you wanted to talk about?
It's not really an experience. Well, it is, but like
Well, it's got to be something.
when I mean, like, a couple of years ago, I, like, wanted things to happen, you know? Because I was, like, on YouTube, I was watching these, like...
Tell me you were on the Ouija.
No, absolutely not. So scared of the Ouija board.
It's like the pot. Were you on the Ouija?
Like, I wanted things to happen to me just because, like, I saw all these, like, YouTubers that I adored. Like, they constantly had things happening to them, and I was like, oh my god, that'd be so cool if I could just have, like, a story, you know? And so, like, I wanted things to happen.
What kind of crazy person welcomes that?
It was, like, 8. I'm just kidding. I was, like, older than 8. But,
It doesn't matter. When you say younger, it's all young, so go.
Right.
Right, so tell me your experience.
And, like, there was just weird things going on. Like, there would be knocks. I used to wake up at 5 in the morning every morning. I don't know why. And there would be, like, weird knocks in my bathroom, and there'd be, like...
It was
just-
Rylee messing with you.
There would be, like...
She's like, I would never admit to that.
There'd be, like, creaks on my window.
Yeah.
And then there would, like...
But you know, sometimes houses just make sounds.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it didn't at all. It was just, like...
But what's the other specific incident that you wanted to mention?
Which one?
You said that you had another specific one. Not just a fear in general. You said you had another incident. Is that not true?
Like City Market?
Oh!
You had one at a grocery store?
Like, yeah, that one was, like, weird.
Well, that has nothing to do with your house, though, like being haunted.
Yeah, no, it's the following.
That
Okay.
one was weird because, like, it was outside. And
Yeah.
I was with my mom.
You gotta get...
And it was, like, outside of our house, like, in public. And we went through 2 aisles, and, like, just stuff fell off of the shelves. And you know those, like, clip things that hang down?
Yeah.
Like, that have just a bunch of, like, products on them?
Yeah.
We walked by one of those, and it fell. Like, it just fell. Like, no one was behind us. We were completely alone in the aisle.
We just like look at each other.
And we were like, oh. That was great. It was a good experience. It was a good time.
Okay, so that seems like just like a random... What?
It was,
But
so weird.
Then the next aisle.
Yeah, oh, okay, gotcha.
Like, it was like a bottle.
It was a Gatorade bottle. Out of a cart.
Oh, what kind of bottle?
There was a cart full
Gatorade?
of Gatorade.
Okay, you said
And
it funny.
one of them
Gatorade
just
bottle.
fell.
You said it funny, I'm just saying.
Gatorade. I say, I
Was
know,
it-
I have
it
a
didn't
weird
just
eye.
fall, it just kind of...
But, okay, so if you were in a public place, did that, like, feel threatening or was it just, like, awkward?
It was so weird.
It was weird.
Okay.
I wasn't scared.
All right, well, Rylee, jump on. She has a story, too. Is this a recent story? What are you nodding for? Go ahead and speak.
Yeah, so... No, when they mentioned the store, I don't know if I...
Oh,
told you
something
guys
triggered...
this.
The store triggered something.
Yeah, so I used to work at that grocery store. I worked at the Starbucks, like, kiosk.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, and,
That's why your hair looks so unicorny.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we didn't have, like, a big enough fridge to keep, like, gallons of milk, so we would have to do milk runs and go to the back of the store, into the fridge, and, like, get the milk from, like, a specific area. Well, there was this one time when I just started working there. I was still getting the ropes. I was in the back, and I was getting the milk, and suddenly... And it was, like, it wasn't, like, late, but people were starting to, like... you know, go home and not go to the grocery store and all that. So it wasn't, like, that full of people.
It wasn't a full vibe
No.
of people?
No, there wasn't a lot of people. And I was in the back, obviously. I was alone. And I was just getting milk and I was putting it in the cart. And then suddenly all the lights went out. Like, everywhere in the store. And I was like, okay, this is not fun. And then I couldn't... The way the doors worked was that usually they were always open because people were in and out, but when the store closes,
Oh, yeah.
they lock.
Right.
So I was locked in because the power went out, right? And behind me, there were, like, in the back in the fridge...
You were snarling and
No.
barking.
No, but bunches of crates did fall over. They were, like, pushed over right behind me. Like, not right behind me, but, like, farther back.
Yeah, that's 'cause
and I knew I was alone, and I was, like, not...
Are you sure people, like, were back there, they couldn't find their way because they couldn't see either?
No,
Wasn't like that
I
at
was
all?
alone
Okay.
in the like refrigerated part, like just the milk.
Okay.
And so I was getting really freaked out. So I text my boss. He was super cool. So I had his number and I texted him and I'm like, hey, I'm locked in the fridge. Can you like get me out? Cause I'm scared. And he opens the door and I'm like, I swear to God, like the crates, they just fell on their own. I was freaking out. And he's like, oh no, that's Jeff. And we're like, what? I was like, what? Please explain.
The hell you say?
What? He explained to me that a while ago when the store first opened, a guy named Jeff who worked in the dairy department died.
What?
In the back. He just died.
How is this the first time we're hearing about this?
And now whenever stuff gets knocked over in the store, like anywhere in the store, it's Jeff. The milk guy.
We have a ghost in our supermarket?
Yeah. He just knocks stuff over, and yeah, that's all he does.
Oh my God, you know me. I'm always...
Yeah.
Ew! He's so...
Ew, imagine, like,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is so cool. We have like an urban... Well, not an urban legend. We have a ghost story.
Yeah.
Let's look up Jeff now.
Let's look up Jeff now. Because, you know, I always look at the amusement park deaths.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so looking up Jeff.
Yeah, it's like...
I don't know if that's his name. This
It's
is just
Jeff.
but everyone that worked there in the store, like who had worked there for a while, was like, yeah, there's a ghost. He
What are you
just
gonna
knocks
say?
over shit. So,
Jump in, H.
That's funny. It's like...
Jump in, what were you going to say?
like something that popped in my head. It's just like you're looking for something and you really can't find it. And then you hear whispering behind your ear and stuffing is in aisle 5.
oh God, I would hate to be like, I would
Doing your own thing. Thanks.
I would have hated
Thank-
to die at a
thanks, Jeff.
store. A grocery
Now we know.
store.
Now we know the
Sucks.
thank is for Jeff. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, no, but their story just definitely reminded me. I'm like, oh yeah, I used to work in a grocery store where a ghost was a thing.
Oh my God, how come we never shared?
I don't know.
That's
It's just so mundane.
Oh my God, that is amazing. Is it because his name is only Jeff and it like
No, it's
Pierre?
because most of my stories from work are just from people who are
Rude.
kids. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
just yeah, no, it just like working in a grocery store for a while. Like I didn't even work there that long. I worked there for almost a year, not quite, but almost. I don't know. It just kind of became normal. It's like, oh yeah, there's a ghost in the store.
guess,
but you know what? I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about this one lady who doesn't understand what skim milk is. Like, like a ghost just became so mundane, and it's just like when things fell over, you're like,
compared to people.
yeah.
Wow,
you
would
know,
ghosts take a
are-
backseat to bitchy people? Wow.
Oh, God, yeah, no.
Okay. Well, no, like, but that's a great story though, because like I love having a ghost in our hometown, obviously. Well, not but, like I mean we have ghost stories, and we will get into that later. I've got a couple stories I'm gonna do, and you guys are gonna be like,
Yeah.
what? But like that is such a great story because. Like, obviously, they're not going to really tell you about it until it happens.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're not just going to, like, hire you and be like, hey, we have a Jeff story to tell you. It's not
Yeah,
like
no.
that.
It was so, like I was trying to explain, because my manager, my boss, he came to unlock me, but he also came with another guy who had the keys. And they were just, like, so, like, just chill about it. They're like, yeah, there's a ghost. His name is Jeff. He died when the store first opened. He died back here. And
Do
he
you
just
think that's how
knocked
the
stuff
cast
over.
members at Disneyland react? Because, you know, like, they always say hi to George when they go into the Haunted Mansion, right? They're
Yeah.
like, hey, George, how's it going? And if he moves on to the pirates, like, they know it's George, right? They're like, hey, it's like respect. So
Yeah.
I feel like the next time I would have gone into work, I'd have been like, hey, yo, Jeff, what's up, yo?
No, let me tell you, every single time after that, I had to go into the refrigerator. I was just, like, nervous. I was like, I'm not about to... I don't want to meet Jeff. Jeff, I'm not going to do anything to you. I just want to get milk so I can make some frappuccinos, okay?
Jeff, this is a safe spot. It's a safe place.
Please don't knock anything over. My manager's going to get mad at me, and I don't think they're going to believe that you did it, so...
Well, that's cool. That's okay. That's cool that you had an experience, though, because,
Yeah.
you know, like... Not that you have like a ton, you yourself have a ton to compare it to, but that's like one because that's like a public space.
Yeah.
There's a million people there like all the time, and you're like,
Yeah.
what? That is crazy.
Yeah.
I love that.
And I was scared. I was like, I was freaked out, obviously, because, like, the crates, like, fell over right behind me, and I knew no one was with me, and the lights were out, and it was just, like, this, like, creepy glow of, like, the, like, refrigerated refrigerated lights like farther away.
Yeah.
That like illuminate the milk on the other side. Wow, that's creepy.
It's funny.
And
No.
that, like these just crates just knocked over, and I was like, I didn't touch them, and they were just so nonchalant about it. Like I was freaking out because I'm like, I thought they were gonna blame me for knocking over like these crates, and they're like, nah, it was Jeff. So
No.
and they explained to me like every time, like just anywhere in the store, something knocks over on the aisles or like just something like that, especially at night and especially in the refrigerator. Like it's not you, it's Jeff. He died here. It's
No.
like, okay.
That is awesome.
cool.
That's a great way to like end this segment.
Yeah.
Because we've all had our experiences, whether they're threatening or not, or just plain funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
My special guest to my family, my sister, Monique Velis Bogert, my nieces, Cori Bogert, and my niece, Rylee Bogert. She was the one who shared in the last interview episode.
Yeah, hi.
They're all my repeat guests now, so they're kind of
So
like...
special.
I'm going to go with VIP.
Hell
Oh my
yeah.
god, basic.
Yeah. Yeah, and a special guest to my dog, Moxie, who's been bugging me here this whole time.
And thanks for having me. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
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 Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought I'd throw in my Jeff
You guys
story.
can say your goodbyes if you want.
Bye.
I feel so honored to be here. Thanks, Rachel.
Wow, you really.
Wow. Wow, my heartstrings are pulled on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but thanks. And I wanted to say, thanks. And I know this world is hard, and 2020 was kind of not the year that we expected. And if you guys are feeling stressed and feeling like not great, seek out and get some help. Like, and also for those that want to like give back, like just remember, one good kindness goes a long way. Thanks so much for listening. I'm Rachel Velis, and this is the podcast, Hell is Not the End.